Hi, welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. I have been having a big clear out of all the papers and I've organised what I'm keeping, and there's a lot that I've organised with the intention of doing a lot more jelly prints on top of to try and really bring them to life and make them usable. So I've divided them into categories of kind of the weight of the paper and whether they're dark or light. So for example, these are dark painted papers on like printer paper type weight. I've started working on that one. These are the sort of examples that are in them. And then these are some of the ones that I've worked. So I've kept like little edges and that as well, if there was something interesting there. I've also made some tissue paper, just a few black and white with the stencils that I've been using here. So this is some of the pieces that I've done. So this was a Payne's Grey and Turquoise graffito on the gel plate, and then all this around about has been added in. And I love the way the orange has reacted with the turquoise because it's just brought that design to life. This is Oriental Lattice stencil. This is Big Lattice, and that is Melty Morocco. And this is Big Poem Script. And they're all by PM Artist Studio. And I've used these stencils quite a lot throughout, so that, like for example, this is not the best page for the example because these two add-on tissue papers do not reflect the stencil designs on the paper. So we'll move on and then we'll discuss that part. Now, I've only added black and white tissue paper onto some of them. This one I haven't touched because I think it's brilliant. This one, you know, they're just too plain, or they're not, they still got busyness, or they're just not balanced. That's when I've added in some tissue paper. This one I'm thinking about, but there's something about it on its own that I really like, and I don't really feel that I need to take away from that. I think having this in here makes the difference. This is one of my favourites. It makes me think of the beach. I think that's frameable, this one. And this one as well, I don't see the need to add anything in there. I think that works really well. And it's mainly this strong orange and yellow colours that are coming up through the different areas. So this is one paper, and I've added this strip on the end. Here I've added in some of the tissue paper, and I chose the Melty Morocco stencil because there's some of it up here as well. This one, I probably shouldn't have put it away as completed. So I've added in two areas here, and I've got a section of white going along. I'll move that along because the lamp's hitting off it. This one here, I actually quite liked it, but I knew that adding this in would just enhance it. There's quite a lot going on here, but it's well balanced, so it works. And I think it's having, see this yellow? I've kind of got it. It is kind of everywhere, but quite subtly, apart from this one. So this was really, I wanted to see, so this is the pulling out of the stencils on the gel plate, and then I'm pulling out. And then this is taken when the stencil was removed from the gel plate. So that's like the ghost print of this on the tissue paper. And I just think it breaks that up nicely. So we've kind of got it in three different ways. Here, because there's quite a colour difference between there and there. So that's like two sections, and then here. So it brings it all together. And this is the big poem script. And it is in here as well, somewhere in the background. This one, I'm I'm not sure if I want to add to it or not. Oh no, I have added to it. This is wonky net and it's in quite a few places, and I've added it in on the tissue paper just down the bottom here. So we've kind of got an S shape going through. These two, I do need to do something here, but I think it needs to be something quite, I don't really know yet. These two I've just done and I haven't made a decision about. So what I thought was we'll do 2 pages and then I like this one. This actually was, I'm not sure what this was, but I tell you, I have filmed hours of video for YouTube and none of them I've been like, oh, because it's actually quite a long process doing this, because there's layers upon layers upon layers on here. They're just, there's probably 6 or 7 layers on average, but it is worth it. So now we just look at putting them together. Let's put this one down. I've been using Mod Podge and glue stick. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is just to tidy this section up here a wee bit. Is it too much in the middle of the page? Should it be further down? Let's see. Towel. Here. I don't really go crazy with the Mod Podge on the page until I put this down. Plastic. I mean, it doesn't, obviously I'm not going for an exact match. I would just like it to be that will do. Kirsten! Once the Mod Podge dries, it won't look as cloudy. I think this is trying to say to me, don't put me on here. You're gone on. And this one, I actually don't think we need to add anything to this one, but let's try the script. Although we do have Melty Morocco in here, and we've got some aqueous effervescence here. I kind of wonder if I could... And there's some big lattice in here too. I'm putting it there because I can actually follow the line. Come on. not saying it's the right line. What did I have to? I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but it just felt like a way to bring these two pages together and to add, there's quite a bit of white in there and it's quite dark up here. Do you know what? There's 144 pages to work out whether or not it's the right thing to do or not. There's just some really interesting bits. I'd forgotten how much fun it was just to keep going over and over gel prints in lots of different ways. Yeah, I need to trim these. There we go. So anyway, that's an introduction to this book. And what my thought is to just keep doing some jelly print collage and keep working on the old ones to really try and get these beautiful, complex, abstract designs. They could be used to add in focal points as well. You know, if you've got like bird stencils, butterfly stencils, you know, words, flowers, whatever. I'm just liking it like this just now. I mean, I'll need to stick that down some more. I mean, you could refer to this as like background papers. I need to decide what I'm doing with some of the rest of them. This is still my favourite, this one and this one. And these two are my least favourite. So anyway, next time I will do some of the jelly prints, you know, adding lots more to the existing jelly prints. It's just a bit, I felt the videos were all over the place and a bit meandering, and there was hours of it, so I'd rather do it properly in one session, you know, less of them. So this was just the collaging them into the art journal and kind of showing you them stage. And I do like having the black and white plain versions of the stencils that I've used to then add in as extras where needed to just bring the picture more alive. So anyway, that is that, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon, and take care. Bye. And I hope you enjoyed.